My name is David Harrison Grice. Welcome to the Grice Report, your unfiltered daily voice for truth. Tonight I'm calling out red alert. This is true red alert for all of us here in the Northeast and other democratic cities across the country. So Border Czar Tom Homan has released a statement. And just a side note, if you're not familiar with what a Border Czar actually does, what they actually do is they're responsible for the deportation industrial complex, where after ICE makes their abductions, Tom Homan comes in with CBP and will Customs and Border Patrol and will be in charge of supervising the flights and everything else. So he stepped up and he basically announced a number of different horrible freaking things. This guy is a true scumbag. And best part, we have a recording from KGW8 Portland, a local news station over there. Now, this is probably in other sources as well, but this is where I got this video from. I would like for you to hear this fascist nightmare spewing from this scumbag's mouth in his own disgusting words.
Operations are ramping up across the country, but you can see a ramp up of operations in Chicago, absolutely. You're going to see a ramp up of operations in New York. You're going to see a ramp up of operations continue in LA. And, Portland, Seattle. I mean, all these sanctuary cities that refuse to work with ICE, where we know public safety threats are being released every day into this country, especially those cities, we're going to address that.
So now that you heard just how sick and twisted these people really are, let's talk about a little bit about what he said. So he wants to increase the ICE Gestapo presence in these sanctuary cities. And this is clearly revenge. This is a revenge campaign for the non-compliance or perceived non-compliance. What we're doing is we're protecting our friends and neighbors. We're protecting our coworkers. We're protecting our teachers, protecting our doctors, our nurses. There are a ton of immigrants in our cities that have amazing components of their community. They are people that we know and care about and love. These people deserve our protection. They are one of us. They are part of America, and they are part of the heart of America. And that's what makes America great. By doing this, Donald Trump is not making America great. He's just making it fascist. And this whole thing stinks like fascist crap. So one of the things that I do recommend is to make sure that you are coordinating with your friends, your loved ones, and your neighbors and your family to figure out different kinds of strategies that if you see any patrols, you can alert people to what's going on. You can protect your friends and your neighbors because that time has come. Now, if you like what you're hearing tonight, please remember to like, subscribe, and down here, we have an email address, thegricereport@gmail.com. Again, that's thegricereport@gmail.com. Please send us any stories, tips, leads, any kind of information that you might have. We're happy to engage with you as well. And as long as you subscribe to our channel, we can keep doing this because that's going to be really important. The algorithm really does love those subscriptions. So if we get more subscriptions, and thanks to the over 100 people who have already subscribed, we get to keep doing this every night and getting it pushed out to a larger audience because really, I am unfiltered. And I want to make sure that everybody gets the unfiltered news that they deserve. So in the last half of tonight's show, I did some research because Tom Homan is specifically targeting New York as well. He said it before, they don't like New York. So according to a PBS affiliate in Chicago, I believe it's WTTW. I will correct myself in a little text box if I am not correct here about the call sign for that station. But this particular outlet, they reported on something that the Chicago PD is preparing to do in terms of the ICE onslaught that we're expecting of the Gestapo troops marching into our cities. And what they're essentially going to be doing is, number one, his name is Superintendent Larry Snelling. He is the Chicago PD superintendent. He has come out and said that he's going to make sure all of his officers are wearing their uniforms at all times so that they can be easily distinguished from federal officers. And they have said that it doesn't matter what your status is, and his actual word was, "We don't care about your status when you call for help." So if you're experiencing an emergency in Chicago, you still have the right to access emergency services, and Superintendent Larry Snelling is guaranteeing that for you. Now, the next thing that they're going to do is if they get called. Like they get called by like a fellow cop who's like, "Hey, I need some backup here. We got a perp who's trying to escape, blah, blah, blah." Whatever they'll call in. They're not going to immediately dispatch a law enforcement team unless they feel like it's warranted and it's an emergency. Instead, what they're going to do is they're going to send a supervisory team out full of experienced individuals who are going to be able to assess the situation and call for officers if it's warranted. If it's determined that it's an ICE Gestapo operation, they are not going to assist. They are going to leave. Unfortunately, because of the way that the law is in this country and the fact that the police departments still do need to abide by the law, they're not going to be able to interfere with any kind of ongoing investigations, but they will not be assisting, and they wanted to make it very clear to the people of Chicago. I checked New York 1 here in New York City just a little while ago. Eric Adams, our beloved mayor, who we all really hate here in New York, he hasn't released anything as of this moment. It is currently 6:08 p.m. on the East Coast, and I'm still awaiting a statement from our mayor regarding this. I do know that Governor Kathy Hochul has released some semblance of a statement, but it's nowhere near what the other states are doing. Please, New York City, please, New York State, we got to step it up. Our friends and neighbors are counting on us. This is David Harrison, Grice to the Grice Report. Thank you for watching and have a great night.